Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this epic WrestleMania 34 video. This is going to be a video to cover everything we know about WrestleMania 34 so far. A lot of you out there are going to be massive WWE fans. You'll probably know all of this stuff anyway, but you have to remember that at this time of year, there's a lot of fans that only watch wrestling around this time, WrestleMania season. So I thought that it would be a good idea to do a video to just bring everyone up to speed as to where we are with the matches that have been confirmed and talk about some of the rumours of the matches that might be on the way. So I can tell you that this is the 34th WrestleMania. It's going to take place April the 8th at the Mercedes-benz Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. This is the same venue as WrestleMania 30, and that is where The Undertaker's streak came to an end. It's also where Daniel Bryan went on to become the World Heavyweight and WWE Champion, holding aloft those two titles in a fantastic main event that year. If this year's main event can be as emotional as that, then we are in for one hell of a show. This will feature superstars from all of the WWE programs, including Raw, NXT, Smackdown Live, 205 Live. Everyone is eligible, but it's just finding a way of fitting as many people onto this show as possible, and that is tricky because WWE has got hundreds of wrestlers on the books. There's no way you can fit everyone onto this show. So competition for places, competition for matches is very, very tight, which is only going to make it an even better show. So I can tell you that last year, WrestleMania 33 had 13 matches, 3 matches on the pre-show, 10 matches on the main show. And so far this year, we've had 10 matches confirmed. We will talk about those, but there's, I would say, another 4 or so that are being heavily rumoured at the moment, and I just wanted to start with those. So these matches haven't been confirmed, but seem as if they're on the way. Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, this is one of the biggest titles that a woman wrestler, a female wrestler, can win. The Raw Women's Championship and the Smackdown Live Women's Championship are really the two main titles in WWE. We know what's happening with the Smackdown Live Championship, Women's Championship, but we don't know yet about the Raw Women's Championship, but it's been heavily teased that we're getting Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. The Smackdown Live Tag Team Championship, again, exactly the same. The two biggest titles that a tag team can win is the Smackdown Live Tag Team Championship or the Raw Tag Team Championship. We know what's happening, sort of, with the Raw one, and we will come to that. But Smackdown Live, we don't know yet, although it's been heavily teased that we will get the New Day versus the Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers in some kind of triple threat, which would be fantastic to see. Next up, Sasha Banks versus Bayley, the best of friends colliding. This has been teased over many, many months. This would be an absolutely fantastic match. They had a match of the year going back a few years ago. They since became friends, and it looks like that friendship is falling apart. This won't be for any title. It would just be a grudge match. Not sure if this is going to explode in time for WrestleMania. Maybe it's something that plays out and then culminates after WrestleMania. The final match could be the main event very easily. I don't think it will. I think they will stick with Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. But John Cena versus The Undertaker is not yet confirmed. We've not heard back from The Undertaker. We don't know if this is John Cena trolling us or what's going on. But it's being heavily teased. John Cena has called out the dead man. We need to see what the dead man has to say. So at the moment, it's in the might happen column. God, I hope it does. I really hope it does. You're talking about one of the all-time great WrestleMania encounters if this match comes off. So those are the matches that are being teased. But let's talk about the matches that have been confirmed. Now, obviously, there's no news yet as to what will go on a pre-show, what will go on a main show. I can tell you that last year on the pre-show was the Cruiserweight Championship match, the Intercontinental Championship match, and the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It doesn't seem like we're getting an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Big rumours are that is not taking place this year. Instead, it has been replaced with the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal, and we do have to talk about the controversy about this name, because the Fabulous Moolah is a legend. There's no dispute in that, because, you know, she held the championship for 20 odd years, first woman to go into the WWE Hall of Fame. She won the women's title again at the age of 70 odd. I mean, she's a legend. But if you believe stories that have been told, you know, it's very difficult to know what actual evidence there is out there. There's a lot of people talking about things, but I don't know what evidence there is. But if you believe all of that, then she was not a very good person, not someone that you would want to be honouring or recognising. There's a petition to get this changed. I don't mind if they change the name. I'm more excited about the fact that the women are going to have an opportunity to perform at WrestleMania, because historically women have not been given anywhere near the spotlight that the men have, and you could absolutely argue that that continues today. But, you know, changes are happening, steps are being taken in the right direction, and we're seeing more women's matches getting announced than ever before, including this Battle Royal. Participants for the Women's Battle Royal are starting to get confirmed. We've seen Shayna Baszler confirmed and Carmella confirmed. I would expect a few surprises. People like Nikki Bella might make an appearance. Brie Bella might make an appearance. Lita, Trish Stratus. Really anyone that we saw in that Women's Royal Rumble match could be eligible to join in here. So, yeah, it's hard to know how many surprises will be included, how many people from NXT will be included. I think you can expect to see pretty much all of the Raw and SmackDown Live women's divisions that don't have another match at WrestleMania. Next match we need to talk about, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Again, no title on the line here. These two are friends. Their friendship has fallen apart. Very similar to the Bayley-Sasha Banks match. Only this has got an extra element to it, because Shane McMahon, the son of Vince McMahon, who is the CEO and chairman, is heavily involved in this feud. He has prevented both of these guys from winning the WWE Championship at times. They have also attacked him. He is firmly involved in this match. It could be that we get Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn versus Shane McMahon. It could be that we get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as a team taking on Shane McMahon and a mystery partner. It could be that mystery partner is Daniel Bryan. That is the most out there rumour that there is. I will believe it when I see it. I feel like Daniel Bryan's days are done in the ring. He's not been medically cleared. Not by WWE doctors anyway. People would freak if Daniel Bryan had a match at WrestleMania. They could have been waiting and saving, and, you know, they could be swerving us all. It could be one of the biggest announcements is that Daniel Bryan is going to compete. He would be protected in that match as well. I don't know. It's very exciting as to where this is leading, but at the moment, it's actually Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, but I don't expect that to be the final match. Next up, we've got the United States Championship, and at the moment, the champion, Randy Orton, is taking on the former champion, the glorious Bobby Roode. Now, Jinder Mahal is involved in this feud, and I expect this to be a triple threat. I would expect at the end of this for it to be Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal was WWE champion in one of the biggest shocks of ever. For 6 months last year, he was one of the top guys. It didn't work. He's fallen down the pecking order now, but he is now still a big name. Certainly in his native country of India, and I would expect them to want to continue to try and capitalise on that by getting him involved in this match. Next up, we've got the final of the Cruiserweight Championship tournament. At the moment, it is Cedric Alexander who will face either Drew Gulak or Mustafa Ali. Obviously, Enzo Amore was the champion, but he was fired by WWE following allegations against him. You know, he was stripped of that belt. A tournament was set up, and now they are trying to crown a new champion. This has been going on for a few weeks. Cedric Alexander is a firm fan favourite. Drew Gulak, I think, is one of the best characters in WWE. That's the match I would like to see. Mustafa Ali, I think, has been putting in great work, been putting in great matches. You could argue he deserves an opportunity here. But really, for me, Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak would be my match of choice. This, I think, has got pre-show written all over it. But take nothing away from it, it should still be a very entertaining match. Next up, we've got an absolute mega match, a blockbuster of a match. Ronda Rousey has signed with WWE and will be competing at this year's WrestleMania. She is in a mixed tag match. Her partner is former Olympic champion Kurt Angle. They will be taking on Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie McMahon is the commissioner of Raw. She is the daughter of Vince McMahon. Triple H, obviously one of the biggest wrestling superstars of all time. They are married and they control large parts of WWE. Ronda Rousey, obviously this match is huge for her. This is her debut match, her first match in WWE. She's going to be protected here, so she won't be going out there having a singles match. You know, expect to see her on the outside waiting to be tagged in quite a bit. I think it'll be 50-50. They need to protect Kurt as well because, you know, he's getting on. He's had a lot of injuries. He's not as quick as he used to be. So I don't think this is going to be a war or, you know, brutal. I don't expect anything like that. I do expect Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey to win, though. But it should still be fun all the same. Next up, we've got the match for the Raw Tag Team Championship. So we don't know what's happening with the Smackdown Tag Team titles at the moment, but Raw-wise, there was a battle royal to find out who would go up against the current champions. Current champions are the Bar, and that is Sheamus and Cesaro. The winner of the battle royal was Braun Strowman, who is not in a tag team. It's honestly one of my favourite stories going at the moment. At the moment, it is going to be the Raw Tag Team Champions, two of them, two people, versus Braun Strowman on his own. Now, Braun doesn't necessarily need a tag team partner because he is absolute destruction. He is one of the biggest superstars in WWE. Like, he could easily be in this year's main event. They've built him up that much over the past 12 months. So, yeah, it's incredible what they've done with him. He's, you know, been flipping trucks and ambulances, and you wouldn't believe half of the stuff that he's been up to. So he doesn't necessarily need a partner. He could win this match easily, but they could give him a mystery partner. Part of me wondered if it would be Kane. Kane and Braun Strowman have had some epic battles. They could unite here and be on the same page, but I know that Kane, actually, Glenn Jacobs, is actually running to be mayor, so he might not have the time. Fascinating story. Really one to watch. At the moment, though, it's going to be a handicap match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Next up, we've got the biggest women's match at WrestleMania. The Smackdown Live Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair, the daughter of Ric Flair, is going to be taking on the undefeated Asuka. Asuka has been champion down in NXT, which is WWE's developmental territory. She was champion there. They called her up to Monday Night Raw. She's not champion yet, but she did win this year's Royal Rumble, the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. She decided that she wanted to compete against Charlotte Flair in what should be an absolute dream match. Charlotte Flair, fantastic female wrestler, one of the best on the roster, if not the best. But she has got a challenge on her hands because Asuka has now emerged as an undefeated force to be reckoned with. Asuka is one to watch. She is the bookies' favourite for this, and rightfully so. But equally, you know, her streak could end here. We could see Charlotte defeat Asuka, hold on to that title for a little bit longer, and that would provide a massive shock. Asuka finally defeated at the grandest stage of them all. Or is it Asuka finally becomes a champion, a main roster champion at WrestleMania? That is why this match is mouth-watering. There's big stakes, big things on the line here for both women. Next up, we've got the Intercontinental Championship. Current champion, The Miz, will be defending in a triple threat against Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. There's every chance we see Finn Balor in his demon paint attire. It's WrestleMania. If you're going to do it, this is where you do it. The demon will surely be coming to New Orleans, and think of the fun he can have with New Orleans inspired body paint. So we'll have to see what Finn's got in store, but that is going to be a real show-stopping entrance. 2 matches left, and these are the 2 big ones. So for the WWE Championship, the title that goes all the way back to the 1960s, 1950s, we have got current champion AJ Styles taking on the winner of this year's Men's Royal Rumble match, Shinsuke Nakamura. That is the big match representing Smackdown Live. That is the main title on Smackdown Live. These two have been on a collision course since they both joined WWE a couple of years ago. These two were massive in Japan. They fought in Japan. It's a real dream match for wrestling fans. We now get to see it in a WWE ring. It's been a long time coming. This is going to be a can't miss match. This is going to be fascinating. Every positive word under the sun is going to need to be required to describe how amazing this match should be. And then what I think will be the actual main event, the show closer, Brock Lesnar, the former UFC Heavyweight Champion, current Universal Champion, which is the big title on Monday Night Raw, will be going up against Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns won the Elimination Chamber this year so that he could win the right to go on and face Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar won this title a year ago. He's been champion for a full year, but now he is going up against arguably his biggest test, and that is Roman Reigns. If there's one person that could take that title from Brock, it's Roman Reigns. And I think that might be how the show closes, with Roman Reigns standing tall with the WWE title. Fans are split on Roman. He's very popular with the kids, not so popular with the adults. He's very much a modern day John Cena. The crowd are very split on him. So I'm not sure that's going to be the biggest, most celebratory tone to finish WrestleMania on. I don't know if there'll be any swerves in there. Maybe they will go with John Cena versus The Undertaker as the match that closes the show, if that match is confirmed instead. We'll have to see, but this is where we are with WrestleMania this year. The only other curveball is Carmella. Carmella is currently the women's Money in the Bank holder. That means that she can cash in at any time and have a championship match whenever she wants. She has had this for like 200 and something days. We've been waiting for her to cash in. She's not done it yet. She could be doing it at WrestleMania. We've seen people do it at WrestleMania before. But yeah, Carmella, it could be that we see Asuka win that title and stand in there with that SmackDown Live Championship, and then Carmella comes down, cashes in, and it's Carmella that walks out as the SmackDown Live Women's Champion. That would be huge, because that way Charlotte loses the title, Asuka loses her streak, and Carmella walks out as the SmackDown Live Women's Champion. It's fascinating. All of this is fascinating. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this look at WrestleMania 34, then make sure you join me next week. I will do an update video on this so that you know any changes that have happened. But this is where we are right now. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. And hopefully I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.